Hey everybody, Andy here, aka Montolio, and we are ready for round 2 of Vintage League. We are playing Bug today. We're going to keep this. I don't know what we're playing against here, but it's a pretty controlling hand here. A little bit sad to see that, given we have Wastelands in hand, but okay. Mana Crypt, yeah. It's something combo-y. Oh, Shops. Revoker, yeah, I could counter that. But I feel like that's not going to be the prize. I feel like we can manage a Revoker at some point here. And we're going to have an effective Mindbreak Trap here, I would suspect. Sadly, our Wastelands are not at their best here, but that's okay. Opponent is taking a look at my stats here. Mox Sapphire, yeah. So we're going to trap that. Tarmogoyf is pretty good. Given that they have the Mana Crypt, I mean, I could Wasteland them here, but I feel like building up towards a Tarmogoyf is probably pretty reasonable. But, yeah. I think I'm just going to play out to my Goyf here. I don't mind them taking the extra damage between the Tomb and the Crypt for now, and we have the one counter spell, so we'll see what they do. Double Tomb, oh my. Another Revoker. I think Revoker is okay, given that we have the Tarmogoyf here. Like, if that's all they've got, like, I'm feeling pretty good. Another Mox, yeah, like, this is decent for us. Okay. I think I'm just going to get a basic Forest here. Actually, if they rip a Wasteland, I think that's all right. Because I want to be able to get a good Abrupt Decay going here. So this is big enough right now to be able to manage what they're doing with the Revokers. And yeah, their mana situation is a lot of Ancient Tombs. So they did find the Wasteland there. Yeah, that's unfortunate. But I mean, that's what Workshops does. I just don't feel compelled to do anything here. We're just going to sit back. They're doing very well on their Mana Crypt flips so far. This is big, whatever it is they're doing. So Snake is definitely one of the most problematic cards for me to be able to beat. Abrupt Decay is good. I think I'm going to attack here because we're winning the race. Probably should have played my land first, but just going to play this and hold Abrupt Decay up. You know, those flips are going to get them eventually. As long as they don't slam a huge snake, we're probably all right. Okay, so we got that one there. So, not sure, but this likely is Ravager Shops. The flavor right now typically is to not have Stonecoil's main, despite some people do run one or two. Came a little bit better prepared for Shops today. That I brought an Infernal Reckoning. What don't we want here? I don't think this is very good. Flusterstorms are poor. We don't need a Mental Misstep. I'm not sure what type of Shops we're playing against. Sylvan Library is a much more viable card when you're playing against Golem Shops, which doesn't typically pressure you. But my gut is that we're playing against some form of Ravager Shops, so I'm going to get rid of that for now. Certainly like Collector Roof. Abrupt Decay is decent against Ravagers, but not against Golos. I could definitely see cutting one of those. Maybe cut a Daze. Trap is probably pretty poor. I mean, it can be good. Don't get me wrong. Poor is the wrong word. Probably the weakest of my cards here. Yep. Now, unfortunately, this is not a fetch land, but us getting to cast this is probably fairly moot, but we're going to try. This is a sphere, okay. Trinisphere, okay. So we are very much penciled in to being able to fight that. Like the likelihood of us casting Energy Flux is just so low. I think we have to try, though. That's what you run this card for. Oops. Let's see if we can just find a Black Lotus off the top here. We didn't, but these are all cards I'm quite happy to have. Now, Revoker scares me a bit here, but I think that's okay. I think it's better to get this down now than later, because we can remove a Revoker, hopefully, at some point, if need be. But our shields are down here, and so there's the Wasteland. That's the first step. And if we get revoked here, this is fairly bad. Crucible. Yeah, Crucible is decent. Well, I think what we do here is I Demonic Tutor for a Black Lotus. They pay for their Crucible. They get this back. They kill my Swamp. But yeah, next turn I can Wasteland them off the Crucible. Not really crazy about this. Like the Collector Roof could be okay here, but it shuts off my Mox. Yeah, I feel like this is just the path we're going to have to take here. I'm not crazy about this, but I do believe that getting an Energy Flux down long term is likely to get me ahead. Yeah. But maybe not. I'm going to lose all my lands here, but we'll see. It may not be enough. Yep, got all my lands. But now, what I can do is I can Wasteland them. Oh, that's great. That's just so great. And I can get both of their permanents. So, I mean, hopefully they don't have any more lands. But they're going to need to find lands to be able to pay for Energy Flux to deploy. So, Bazaar Baghdad, okay, that's not a card I'm accustomed to seeing. So this is definitely not Ravager Shops. Best draw in the deck right there. So they found a land. That was a really good draw. They've just conceded. Okay. So I was wrong in that I thought this was Ravager Shops. It's obviously not a deck that I'm accustomed to seeing. I think this is a more of a hybrid. Like I know some people that play in that, whatever it's called, the Mana Trader series or whatever that Wednesday night thing is that people play. You're seeing some of these funny decks running around that are, uh, you know, squee versions of shops, and this is obviously not a traditional version of that. Like a Zeus deck, a little bit more of a different build, but it was very cool, neat to see.